businesses in your area. Now, there are very many reasons. There are several factors that affect why a business will be sited in a particular location. Obviously, you have nearness to, market. There's also the nearness to resources. There's also urbanization, also cost. The cost of transportation. Also, you talk about legislation, and this is probably one of the most important bits for us this morning to talk about. Now, some residents in the Onukolo Street in Woji, Obiakpo local government area are worried that the smoke from the fire incident at the paint factory in the area could trigger another fire. Now, recall there was a fire outbreak at the company, this was 2 days ago, and some of the residents who spoke to our correspondent also called on the Rivers State government to look into the establishment of petrochemical industries within residential areas. Let's take a listen to that vox pop, shall we?
Compounds around that place were seriously affected, but my own was just like directly facing the factory. If you look at the whole place now, everywhere is scattered. People in that my particular block, maybe for 2-3 weeks now, they won't be able to stay in that place because the roof is out.
When people saw the fire now, because of the magnitude, people started rushing out to take their property out. So in the process, some were looted by. That's what happens most of the time. People will run away with things that don't belong to them. Some got damaged in the process of evacuation. And then the roof of the house and the ceiling is totally burnt off.
We need the government to check on the facility, to meet the owner, to ask him why it was situated in a residential area, not far away. If not for the quick arrival of the quick response of the fire service, the damage would have been. And I heard it was a private fire service team, not from the government itself.
All right, so when the fire broke out, obviously we got reports here in the studio. So now you heard what some of the respondents said. Look, they are worried about the siting of these businesses in the area. Now, my question to you this morning: what businesses do you think shouldn't be domiciled in your area? Now, years ago, there was a complaint, so somewhere around Rumokoro. Right, years ago, when I just started work here, this is about 6-7 years ago, this is 2024, yes, 2017, end of 2017, so just about 6+ years ago, there was a complaint, all right, about one particular petrol station, and the complaint was the people around there were not comfortable with the petrol station being very close to their house. They didn't understand why. They kept asking who gave the permission, what authority, and then did they consider the type of housing and the stuff like that. Now, I've visited Lagos, and there's a place in Lagos close to Ajah. Those of you know know Lagos very well. When you pass Chevron, you're going towards Ajah. Somewhere on the right, where you get off, the major road, because it's like a 6-lane road express, going down to Ajah. There are a lot of residential places around there, a lot. And then one day, I paid a visit. This was about 5 years ago. And then as we got into the estate, there was a massive, when I mean massive, there was a massive petrol station. And then what struck me was that petrol station was strategically placed as you enter the estate. However, the residential areas where people have their houses, 2-bedroom, duplexes and whatnot, blah, 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 was further away. But there are some of you who have called this station and complained that your neighbor is doing fish farming in their house, light scale, that they will come. There's one guy that complained about the man who just drain the fish water, the trash, the waste, onto the road, onto the street, and it will smell for days, and people kept asking, who is in charge? Why? So now let's get to visit that conversation this morning. What businesses do you like? The person that is carrying his business as a tailor, should the business not be there? What business or businesses don't you feel, or do you not agree that they are located in your area? As always, turn down the volume of your radio set, refrain from making derogatory or defamatory comments, and please do not make unsubstantiated claims. Above all, keep your comments civil.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
Hello, Bonhart with Jude on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
So call 0700-923-0923, 0700-923-0923. Chigozie is speaking to us from Elingbo. Chigozie, good morning to you, please. Welcome to Hello Port Harcourt.
Good morning.
Good morning, Chigozie.
Hello?
Yes, go on, Chigozie. We are listening to you. Go on, please. Chigozie?
Hello.
Yeah, go on. We can hear you. Go on, please.
So I want to make some queries.
Inquiries. Okay. Can you send us a message, Chigozie, on WhatsApp? Can you do that, please?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have the WhatsApp number, please?
No.
Okay. I'll call it out for you very quickly. Okay.
All right.
All right. So the WhatsApp number where you can send us a message is 0809
0809
030
03
6416.
6416.
Yes. All right. So thank you very much, Chigozie. Zion is speaking to us from GRA. Zion, welcome to the conversation. Good morning to you, Zion.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy New Month to you.
Oh, yes, indeed. Happy New Month to you.
Jude, in this discourse, a lot of factors should be considered. That is why we have Urban Development Commission or a Commissioner for Urban Development. Is it not so? What are these departments? What are they doing? We also have a committee or a commission that is necessary for the approval of buildings. Is it not so? What are they doing? You see, most time, this particular area is selling. Customers don't ask questions to these land speculators. What have you positioned here?
Yeah, what has the government? True, that's a very good question.
Growing up as a child, we attend Deeper Life. You see the Deeper Life headquarters at East West Road. As a child, it used to be like an evil forest. Take inside, no house anywhere. Only that place there. But today, go and check there now. Houses and residentials everywhere. So will any tenant or any landlord have the right to go to Deeper Life that you people are making noise here?
So good question. Very good question.
I want to beg us, before you develop your property, ask. What are the kind of people living here? What business have you been located? And I guess the committee for the Ministry for Urban Development, the ministry that approve buildings and so on, should be at work. Don't be surprised that that industry at that Woji now was once cited before those residential people came in.
Well, but so that's the question, Zion. I have to agree with you. Ibiso's on the line, Zion, but you raised a very good point this morning that people should be very careful. Ibiso, are there places or businesses in your area that you don't think should be there?
Jude, like Happy New Month.
Happy New Month to you.
Filling stations, I blame the authority because some filling stations, you see that there are houses around there, and in the middle of the two houses, there is a filling station there.
Wow.
I don't know.
Are you serious?
What they are doing, because now when we have fire incident, those are in that building. They are people that are facing the disadvantaged part of it. So this business, like this guy that is in your studio, that chemical business, we have been in an industrial area. Go to Abuja, some filling station, you see that they give them like 10 plots of land. They build a mega filling station. You cannot see any living houses around there.
True.
So,
True.
Now, so where your station is now, you are doing your business there. Nobody's complaining that Nigerian food is disturbing us, because that place, at least before you see a residential area close to your office, you go far. But there you was it. Now go to even at that T junction, they are building a filling station. T junction that is very busy. There are houses there. They are building a filling station there. So the authority that are doing this thing, they should be called to order.
Okay, all right, Ibiso. So they should be called to order. not particularly good. So what business is in your area that you think should not be in your area? Did they meet the requirements? We'll find out when we come back. Jude the Dude on Mamegbe. And this morning we're talking about your areas, whether it is your business area or indeed your residential area. And I'm asking the question, what business or businesses do you think should not be in your area? Now, for some, it might seem like I'm having a conflicting statement here, but no, it really isn't. Because I'll give you an example. Now, if you get to see a proper urban development plan or town planning, scheme, you probably see a part where you have electric, for example, a nuclear power plant. Now, it's a business, all right? It's meant for producing, energy and whatnot. Now, you would be, amiss if you decide where the nuclear power plant is where you want to go and now start selling, sandals. You see, you'll be amiss. Boots, yes. Sandals, no. So there are some people who have businesses located. They're probably making money, no doubt about it. But they're located where they ought not to be, either for ideological purposes, functional purposes, or for aesthetics. Imagine you have an art gallery, and then just beside you is a mechanic workshop, a garage with the oil, everything stained, cars parked, looking like a junkyard sometimes. you may not be pleased because it may just be defacing that inside Rivers, talking about business in the offices. I'm asking, are there businesses in your area or areas that you think should not be there?
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
017-923-0002, 070-0923-0923 is the smart number. 070-0923-0923 is the smart number. WhatsApp and Telegram available on 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. Why do most churches in Port Harcourt have their speakers outside? Who is going to tell them that those speakers and the sounds that they produce constitute noise pollution, and those noise are a health risk to some people? Who's going to tell them? I think the government has said so several times, but at the national and the state level. Question is, who's going to effect those laws? Nigeria 3, good morning. Hello, Port Harcourt.
Good morning.
Good morning, please.
Jude.
Welcome.
Happy blessed first day of the lover month.
I wish you the same.
How are you, Jude, brother?
Very well. I trust you are well.
I'm well. My name is Tom Polo from Big Elele.
All right, go on, Tom. Yes, please.
There are some kind of businesses that are not supposed, very much not supposed to be in the residential area. Just imagine where they live now in the residential area. Somebody go open mortuary for them.
That's a very good example.
Yeah, you go open mortuary for where woman being they live. You don't open hospital. You don't open clinic and pharmacy, restaurants and restrooms. You go open mortuary. You see the expect now.
But Tom, what if the mortuary was there before? Then people not, like Zion said, then people just came and started building houses around the place. They bought land. You went to go and buy land. You now go and erect 3-story, 2-bedroom flats. Yes, they are renting it for 400,000. But the mortuary was there before you.
Dude, you heard about the word annex.
Yeah.
If that mortuary has been here before me, some people go buy land there and build my house. The mortuary should know that they should now look for an annex, relocate to somewhere more bigger, more better.
So because of Tompolo now, you want to pursue a legitimate business?
No, not because of me now. You know that they have some toxic waste. They have some chemicals that are used in the environment that are also not hygienically good. So we use the beside there.
Formaldehyde.
The problem we are facing now is the gas plant or gas outlet. Somebody will just buy a 500 kg cylinder, to refill that. They don't have a standoff.
Very true.
They don't have a fire extinguisher.
Very true.
They don't know that if you want to open that kind of business, it must be in the area environment.
Very true.
Touch everything. My brother, I won't catch everywhere for this River State. Because every store, every shop, every corner, and gas plant too. What we are seeing now, Jude, is a cause of worry. And this worry is a very big concern. You just see them, they reflect gas everywhere. And it moves with the thing, and it can be divided by fire from anywhere, bro, Jude. You that is why I sit up and I'm worried.
You have a very right.
If you go to other clients, I'm not in there, but I know. They are places they call Church Avenue, where only churches will be built. Not in a 3-story building, the first floor is owned by a church. The second floor is a church day. That's so. Then when you come to the last floor where there is the staircase, you see like 6 to 7 ushers dragging you, welcome brother, welcome, you are welcome to our church. Because you all building there now, church. That's why they put sticker, they blare sticker. They worry people for the environment. All these are pollution of noise. 100 million laugh. na church there, bro. The whole churches get speakers, bro. And I think that the usher say there. All these are cause of worry, bro, Jude.
I agree with you. Thank you very much. Very interesting and very apt. Wellington is speaking to us from Okrika. Wellington,
Yes.
good morning to you, Wellington.
Jude,
Yes, please.
we're born son of Niger Delta. We follow history. When you come to South, when I speak, we're on ground. Jude, let me take you to 2004 when the then governor, Without said there is not pollution. In fact, WAEC admitted in one of their questions that what is the noise pollution effect to the society? Just go back to record. We don't just talk. When we talk, people follow. Yes. Then the assembly was trying to put a law for speakers that are outside for noise pollution. And people were shouting, why? What is this? And we told them that where these church most of times are situated are residential area. And some people say no, it will not work. And then assembly, public hearing, and they begin to kick against it based on religion. It was struck out. Now, currently there is a new agency, otherwise a ministry, new city development, established by the current governor. Are you aware?
Go on, please.
Now, because the governor is a listening governor, he knows that there is an error coming from some level of regime, or I say terror, which some of the governors have failed to put their eyes on the ground because they have decided to put River State in their pocket. But unfortunately, they cannot. The governor said, no, it's enough. We have to go down. Apart from this greater Port Harcourt city, we need to look into some buildings or residential areas who have been given some level of, let me say, either permission or certificate or whatever it is. So please, this company can't stay here anymore. It's an error. These other agencies connect. Some people say the government needs to seek the advice. Listen, I'm going to put him in a lot.
Okay, Wellington, I agree. I agree with your background, and I think you make a lot of great points. But now, let me ask you personally: in your area, are there businesses that should not be where you are right now?
Hold on. There's a company very close to where I am, but the truth of the matter is, before this time, some of these agencies, because of we are the online show government for the past 8 years. And the government has said,
Wellington, so don't go around the just is there a business, yes or no, that shouldn't be here?
Business.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Wellington from Okrika. Now, I know there is and those thoughts are very valid, but so that we streamline where we want this conversation to be headed to, let's keep our responses straight on top. If we broaden it, we'll probably be here the whole day, because just like Tompolo made mention of, it is a very serious concern right now that there are certain shops, and he's very correct. I've seen them almost everywhere in Port Harcourt. There are certain shops, they call them gas filler, gas supplier. They're in some of them are in normal stalls. They lock those stalls. They have cylinders in them. Also, if you go to what you may call it, a bar road, right? When you pass through water lines, right, on the right, from there till you get to just about the line, that's where people go to get fire extinguishers. If you don't know anything about that, now you know. A lot of those shops there, they sell fire extinguishing supplies. You know, it's a great place to go and get your fire extinguishers, and please do so. But the concern, just like Tom mentioned, is that these places are prone to fire outbreaks. I'm not saying that those shops in particular, but look, not too far from there, I can bet you somebody's business is to fill gas. Come and buy your gas to cook. It's everywhere. But a lot of people have totally closed their eyes to the dangers. Some of you even pay them money to bring to your house. You forget that that person doesn't work at the gas plant. The person is just filling gas. And I'm sure some of them who are listening to us probably feel, oh God, Jude, you want to spoil business for us. No, please. No. The intention is not to keep you impoverished, neither is it to make you feel disenfranchised from society. However, it is a safety concern. 070-0923-0923 070-0923-0923. Let's get to WhatsApp, all right, and read some of the comments that have come through on WhatsApp. All right, Abasi Okori, I beg your pardon, Wekurumem says, location of filling stations and gas stations in residential areas is becoming alarming because of the dangers that they pose to safety. I don't even want to talk about the noise pollution caused by churches located everywhere, more than even supermarkets. Government needs to do something about these abnormalities. All right, thank you very much. America Monday says, Jude, things are never regulated in this country. How can government allocate areas meant to be for mortuaries, for residential buildings? Take a look at Transamadi industrial areas. It has been taken over by hotels, residential buildings. It is so worrisome. Government needs to do the needful. That's a very good point. Very similar to what Zion made mention, America. Thank you very much. The Transamadi area is an industrial area. Now, the question is, for those parcels of lands that have been sold and people have built fantastic structures, by the way, are they very close to those industries? And even if they're not close, what if, heaven forbid, there is, an accident in one of those places? The likelihood of a fire or maybe a contamination spreading to residential quarters is greatly increased because your house is close to a factory. It's a very good question. It's a very good observation from America. America, thank you very much. America from Ahoda. Isaac is in Woji. Isaac, good morning to you. Welcome to Hello Port Harcourt.
Okay, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Isaac.
What an interesting topic you just brought. Okay, I've been following it. Then I feel any comparative in the respect of this place that should not be cited in our exams. I want to use where the firehouse that just came out from, Goji. There is a filling station very close to us. When they are discharging their fuel, the odor of the fuel,
yes,
the environment, is uncomfortable for us to see. So afterwards, they close to that place that the firehouse they came out from. I just don't know. I don't know what they are thinking.
It's a I thank you very much. It's a very serious concern. Like I said, years ago, I don't know how they resolved that issue, but years ago, there were complaints from the residents in one part of Rumokoro about a petrol station that was being sited very close to them. I really don't know how they resolved that. Really don't know. Now, Facebook at Nigeria Info PH, Facebook and X, that's Twitter, formerly Twitter. At Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH is where you'll find us. Now, the question is, what businesses do you think shouldn't be domiciled in your area? That's what I'm asking this morning. God knows, Chikwe says, this is a locational decision of business. It is so strategic. It may make or mar the fortunes of a business if adequate research and evaluation not carried out before making certain irreversible decisions involving capital and individuals. Location index and indices vary among prospective locations and sites. However, different businesses would have varying levels of sensitivities to the locational factors, including access to raw materials and markets, labor laws and policies, including availability of skilled workers, government incentives, developmental laws, cost of land, and complementary businesses. Locating the business, be it service organization, manufacturing, and or retail, requires a professional approach. Transportation cost, volume of patronage, and profitability is key. Very exhaustive and very well detailed there. Thank you very much. Braided Me on Facebook says, well, for me, the only kind of business that should be cited around the residential area should be businesses that fulfill our daily demands and needs, like eateries, salons, barber shops, supermarkets, to mention but a few. It is not ideal safety equipment for its workers in a residential area unless you are carrying out a development. Please note too, people looking for where to settle should consider if there has been any hazardous structure or businesses in the area before considering moving in to avoid future damages that will be blamed on the company or business, while you could have avoided it from time. Ab initio. 90.3. Oh dear. Sorry about that. That's a drop call scenario. All right, Ibiso says, good morning and happy new year. Yeah, Ibiso, I think you mean month. I blame the authorities for giving them permits without considering the impact filling station or gas plants, even event centers without good plan just to disturb the citizens where your station is. Are you disturbing anybody? The answer is no. And to be fair, this place is pretty much isolated. Well, up until 2 years ago. All right, somebody sent us a happy new month message. Thank you very much. This one says, hi, dude. Destitutes are everywhere in Port Harcourt. Okay, Tunde, I'll have to bring this up. This should have been on Eyewitness yesterday. Ezaleko WhatsApp says, in all of these, I blame the Ministry of Environment and Urban and Regional Planning. If they can be steadfast in their duties, we won't have all these menaces. And you can't fault anybody for being critical of these government agencies, can you? Or can you? 90.3, good morning. Hello, Port Harcourt.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. James.
Good morning, please.
Oh, okay. So talking about citing businesses that are hazardous residential area. In residential area. For me, I think if we have the government that is working, it should not be. Even if the business was there before the people started citing where they would stay in that environment. Now, these are my reasons. We all know that all land belongs to government. All. Even if that land has a fee of home, it is the government property. So you are only a tenant of government, even if you have spent billions on that property. So government can just say any day, just like what happened at Ikoku. So we all know that there is a plan to relocate Ikoku, and Ikoku has been there for more than 20 years, if I am not mistaken. So that is one good example if we have a working government. So you cannot say it has never happened before. It is happening, and it has been happening. There used to be a school along Ada George Road. That school was relocated because the government made a decision. I was taking it somewhere. And that school has been there for more than 15 years, if not 20 years. Before government made a decision, or somebody made a decision, and the school relocated. So it has been happening. So even if a church started the building there, and residential, people still living there, if government made a decision, the church should move. And that happens to police station, any kind of business that we call town, to residential, people that are resident in that area. So it is not new at all.
I understand the narrative you are making, but what if where those institutions or those companies are? Don't forget, it's not just about residential area. I said in any area at all, So what if that place had been earmarked ab initio for that kind of place, for that kind of church, that kind of structure to be there? And then some people started buying lands and, they were maybe cutting corners. Are you saying that after they got they got their permit legally from the government, it was designed, the designated area, you're telling them that they should now move? It's not the residential areas that should be relocated somewhere else.
It should be the residential area that should move because before you cite a residential, before you cite your building that you want to stay in a place, I believe it must have been approved because we see a lot stop building, true, and stuff like that, right? So I don't know why those stop building or stop something like that. I don't know why those warnings are there. Perhaps most of them are there because of tax or levies. And for what I know, let me use let's say Transamadi, for example. Of course, Transamadi is big. We know that area is called industrial area. So, and it has been marked for industries to come there. To be sited there. Somebody is coming to build properties that he or she wants to live in an industrial area. That means you as a landlord who wants to live in such environment, you are on your own.
Okay. Okonkwo is on the line, but let's get to speak to Wellington in Okrika again. Wellington, good morning, please.
Listen, presenter, the truth of the matter is...
Wellington, sorry, please. Hello, Wellington. Step away from your radio or turn it off, please. Can you do that?
I'm away from the radio.
Thank you. Yes, please. Go on, please.
Now, the truth of the matter is when an area is earmarked, the function of Greater Port Harcourt is to decongest the city to a new city. Now, this new agency is to look at those areas where have been earmarked for so thing. This place is meant for residential. This company is not supposed to be here. That is why I'm telling you, the problem is to get to the solution. And the government has got a solution that, look, this city development is to look at those places where we have marked to this program to go and be proposed. So people should start complaining, look, this gas plant is not so... In fact, let me take you back. There was a time in this state, this your shop filling gas, a commissioner was insisting that some of these gas shops should be removed. One of my friends wrote to the commissioner for this purpose. They're telling you because you are citizens of this state. As Dr. Wellington is telling you, it's a fact. Go back to your record. That look, for you to have a mini shop, gas shop, we must give you approval. We persuaded the commissioner to go in that direction. So people like us who know what is happening in the state, think that the governor is in the right direction to raise an agency to look into that direction. I won't put him in a level, but it's on ground.
Okay.
The governor is on ground.
Thank you very much. Okonkwo from Rumokuta is on the line. Okonkwo, good morning to you, please.
Thank you, Brother Jude.
Good morning.
Yes. What prompted this comprehensive discussion because of a constant fire accident? You say, Brother Jude, why we pass through all these things? It's not because of lack of proper urban development plans. Like in advanced clan, they do stop their citizens from building indiscriminately. Before you build, the government will come. And because of that good picture, those clients, they have areas for industries, factories, and companies. And they see those areas as petrochemical areas. Then there are places for residential areas. So that is how they map their country. They have areas for businesses, other businesses. So, but to here, we don't have that system. So that is the problem. The urban development authorities from the national level to state and local government, they should wake up and design on how our environment will be to avoid this constant fire accident that has consumed millions and billions of the citizens. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Okonkwo. I think the sentiments are pretty general. A lot of people are not pleased with some of these things going on. All right. Let me wrap up by reading some of the comments here. My brother, this matter is so serious in the recent times. If you talk, they will tag you what they call bad belle. Poultry farmers have taken over most compounds, both for commercial and private uses, without minding the hazardous nature of the bird drops. If you Google it, you'll be shocked what you will find out. Ama Jimo. Remember, somebody was complaining, if not for almost a year, back in 2022, about a fish farmer who was always dumping water along Rumokoro. I'm trying to remember who that was. It was for almost 3 weeks, or even not 3 months. The person kept complaining. Okay, all right. Anywho, in as much as I see it dangerous having a gas plant around residential areas, I also for some citizens, how will you man a building besides the telecoms mast or transformer? Jesse saying, oh yes, they've been warned several times.
When I win this Ogbonge 250k for 9 mobile promo, I go chop life so
250k? Where? You fish up life for 9 mobile chop life